Hello, it's Lesley Fightmaster, and our class today is just a little short class about jumping from downward dog to seated for Alexandra Solar, and then also Shirley Conan wanted a class focusing on core and floating, so this is good for that too. So I have two blocks and I have a blanket. If you have those, please get them handy. It really makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to come back into downward dog first, and if you're not warmed up, take a little time to warm up first. You can always push pause, do a couple sun salutations to warm yourself up, unless you've already practiced, and then you can do this one when you're ready. So stretching all the way back, reaching the heels toward the floor. And inhaling to plank. Chatturanga, hug the elbows in all the way down to the floor. And then little cobra on the inhale, pull the shoulder blades down. And then exhaling, you're going to press up a little bit higher in a cobra or not. You can stay with the low cobra and lower down. Keep the belly lifted and come into upward facing dog. Inner thighs spinning up. Exhale into downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here, gazing between the knees. And then let's take the knees down. So take the blocks a little bit wider than shoulders distance. So you want the blocks right around the outside of your mat. Look forward. So when you bend the knees and take your hop and cross at the shins and extend the legs out. So again, excuse me. I've got the blanket there. That's what I'm aiming for. So I'll bend the knees, look forward, and as I take my hop, cross the shins and then extend the legs out. Now some people can come through with straight legs, and that works really well too. So you can try either way. I actually can't come through with straight legs because I believe it's because my legs are longer in proportion to my torso. I got a short little torso. So once again, crossing at the shins, extending the legs. And then I move the blocks out of the way. And I'm going to try the same thing. Looking forward. I'll bend the knees, keep pressing away from the floor, and maybe your feet will touch. No big deal. You can sit right down and then extend them through. Now, here's a couple things that will help with gaining the core strength for this. So hands on the blocks on either side of your hips. Press down, lift your buns up, and then pull yourself back. So you're sliding your heels on the floor or on a blanket, and then bring it on forward. So you're going to feel this in your very low abdominals. So again, pressing down, lift up, and then slide yourself back. So my upper back's rounded a little bit, and sliding forward. Don't forget to breathe. This is kind of intense. And again, lifting up. So I'm pressing myself away. This time I even tried to lift my feet up off the floor for a moment and then setting them back down. So if you're going to lift your feet, make sure you firm the leg muscles. Now crossing at the shins here, I'm going to lift up but keep the feet on the floor. So lift up as high as you can and then set down. Then bring your knees right in toward your armpits. Make yourself into a little ball and set that down. We're going to do that both. So lift up, bring the knees in as high as you can toward the armpits, and then set yourself down. So that's the first part of jumping back, is that lift up. So up, cross the shins, bring the knees in, and then set yourself down. So as you're pressing, you want to press into the blocks, lift up, and then draw yourself up as far as you can. Change the shins and press up. So now we're going to cross at the shins and come right on top of your shins. So you can see my shins are crossed, hands are on the blocks right below the knees, and then pressing up this way. This is called Lolasana, and pressing and release it. So your back is going to round a lot. I'm going to change the cross, press down, round the upper back, pull everything in like you're just a little ball, maybe do a little bit of rocking back and forth so you can get used to that action. And then let's extend the legs in front. Now we're going to put those two things together, and we're going to press up. I tap my toe. So pressing up, lean forward, and then step or float back. I have a little toe tap in there. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to down dog. So if you can't get the feet all the way up, no worries. I cannot either. So crossing the shins, once again, press up, lean forward, float back, chatturanga. Inhaling up, exhaling back to down dog. And then look to the blanket, that's your target. Cross the shins, extend the legs, and sit. Just a little rest here. That was some good work. So if you didn't get this right away, no worries. I didn't either. Just keep practicing. And remember, it's not even about the pose. Our poses keep our bodies strong and flexible, but really, we just want to keep our breath nice and steady as we take our practice. Poses will come, poses will go. Keep the breath steady. Take a nice long stretch. Our little quote today as you're making your way back up to seated for our little class is from Hafiz, the Sufi poet. He says, "An awake heart is like a sky that pours light." Bringing the hands together, hands to the forehead, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to the heart, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And hands to the mouth, reminding us to have clear and loving communications. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please subscribe and push the like button, comment. If you want to see something, leave it below. And if you can donate, please, please, please donate. If you want to join me for the ladies retreat in February, go to fightmasteryoga.com, FIGHTMASTER yoga.com. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I really, really appreciate all your lovely comments and support. Thank you.